And welcome back to LBG Reviews. Please be sure to like and subscribe. If my audio quality sounds different, that is because my father put in a rail for a sound blocking curtain to go up in my room. And yes, this is a new video, not one that's been recorded in Arizona. Yeah, I finally ran out of those, so here we are. Anyways, this is kind of a first for my content, as today we'll be talking about Ultrakill, a fast-paced boomer shooter revolving around fast gunplay, quick movements, and very challenging and technical gameplay. See, the reason I'm talking about Ultrakill is although it is a very fast-paced, intense game, it also does have a lot of accessibility settings. Because see, while yes, you cannot experience all of the content of the game, technically speaking, if you use certain accessibility settings, the game isn't outright punishing you, just letting you know, hey, you won't be able to do X, Y, or Z because of this, but they're not stopping you from doing it. So the game has two types of accessibility settings: minor assists and major assists. Minor assists include auto-aiming, whether that's enabled or not, the intensity of it if it is enabled, the option to have enemies have a silhouette around them, and the draw distance of where those silhouettes will start appearing from, which include adjusting game speed so that way you can react to things a little more to your liking. Like if the reaction time that the game requires is too much for you, like it's too fast, you can slow down the game a bit to make it a little easier for you. You can enable or disable infinite stamina. You can disable hard damage, which in higher difficulties is a form of damage that basically blocks you from healing back to full HP. You can also disable hard damage from the Whiplash. The Whiplash is a tool that you gain later in the game that allows you to sling yourself to enemies, bring enemies to you, grab onto hook points. There's also a boss difficulty override. So let's say you're using the major assists, but you're on a higher difficulty than what you actually feel comfortable with, at least with the bosses in mind. This allows you to basically specify, hey, I know I'm on, like, say, violent or I'm on brutal. Let's have the bosses behave as if they're on harmless, though. You can also disable weapon freshness, which basically, if you use the same weapon over and over again in Ultrakill, you'll get a point penalty for not switching up your weapons often enough. This allows you to disable that, so that way if, like, yeah, you might not be able to get to the top rank, which is a P rank. It allows you to kind of get more into the flow of things. Maybe you're just trying to go for the secrets. You don't need to worry, you don't want to have to worry about that. The assists don't impact your ability to collect secrets or anything, or complete the in-game challenges. And then the final major assist is to disable the major assist pop-up, because before you enable each of the major assists, normally there's a pop-up that'll tell you what that major assist will actually do. And those are all of the main accessibility settings in the game. But see, there's actually a little bit more. If you enter the first part of the Konami code, or also known as up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, on your keyboard, you can have access to the cheat menu. The cheat menu will not save your rank for beating that level if you use the cheats with it, but the key part is the cheat menu does not block you from getting secrets or completing challenges. And granted, there's no necessary requirement to beat these challenges. It's just if you're a completionist, the game isn't stopping you from cheating to complete those goals, you know? Now, the cheats include things like invincibility, disabling weapon cooldowns, disabling sprint or dash cooldowns, disabling whether or not enemies are aggroed against you or whether or not they'll automatically attack you. You can enable no clipping, so you can move between walls. You can enable fly mode, so that way you can not only clip them between walls, but you can also fly through the air to make things easier for you to navigate. You can enable full bright, which will remove all shading and lighting in the room and just make it as bright as that room can be. What else was there? Oh, there's also a cheat that allows you to kill enemies on screen. There's another cheat that grants you access to the spawner arm, which actually leads me into a good time to talk about what is Ultrakill even about. Ultrakill is basically a first-person shooter, heavily inspired by Doom, Wolfenstein, and other boomer shooters, as they are now referred, where basically you play as a robot called V1, and you basically journey through a Dante's Inferno version of hell, where layer by layer you encounter different levels. Each level is related to a part of that sin for that layer of hell. And basically, the thing about the game is that you are a robot that needs blood as fuel. You are not in hell because you did something wrong. No, you're just going through hell because you need more fuel. Now, the game is still in early access, and more content is still being added to the game, and more things could be changed and adjusted, but I think that's where I'm going to stop talking about Ultrakill for now. I have been having a lot of fun playing the game, and if you have disabilities or like something that has been holding you off from getting the game, go for it. The game is a lot of fun. See you guys next week when we talk about Satisfactory, a fun factory building game that also does not require you to necessarily follow the laws of realism. It was a lot of fun playing that game, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.